Good afternoon, my YouTube viewers. It is Palestine here. Welcome to my channel. I didn't think I was going to be making a video so soon after the last one, but I went to church this morning, so I made my first video. And then whenever I made my first video, my Sikh friend came around to my apartment because I told him that he can come to my apartment. And the reason why is he has nowhere to go. When I first met him, he was spending all of his free time at the temple, because the temple opens at like 5 o'clock in the morning and it closes at 8 o'clock at night. So the temple was one place that he could go. So I told him he can come to my house. And so after I made my video that I made this morning, not long after that, my Sikh friend came around and he brought us some food and stuff. And then we did a few little things. We had breakfast because I hadn't had my breakfast yet. So we had breakfast. And then after we had breakfast, they watched some highlights from football, and apparently England won, so that was good for some people. And then there was a highlight from football, and then we went to church. And I had already told my Sikh friend that I thought it was better if he come to church with us, because I had received some mean messages on Facebook. And so it's better if he come to church with us than come on his own. So he came to church with us. And so all three of us, my boyfriend, myself, and my Sikh friend, we went into church together. And so I went into church, and this lady who is a warden and who I sing with at church one time a month, she came and told me that I shouldn't be putting my personal business on Facebook because I might get some mean messages. And then she said that it was okay if I put my personal business on the church website, the church Facebook page, but I shouldn't be putting my personal business on Facebook. And I also remember that I got a message from somebody else in the church telling me that I shouldn't put my personal business on Facebook because I'm making myself vulnerable. Well, number one, it's my Facebook account, and I will put whatever I like on my Facebook account. And then number two, I went through and looked at all my messages, and I didn't say anything wrong in any of my messages. I can't read my messages to you here because I'm making this video on my phone, and my Facebook account is on my phone. But basically, I posted pictures of myself and my boyfriend, and I said, well, this is us in happier times. And then I posted another message saying, I'm single now. Thank you for your prayers. I don't think anything's wrong with that. And then I posted a message saying I'm officially single because my boyfriend has came and taken his things. And I said I haven't been alone in such a long time. And then I posted something else saying I'm just here all on my own, all by myself, thinking about this change in my life. And then I posted something saying that I was going to get counseling from Breathing Space, which I am. And then I posted, so I received some mean emails. I received some email from this guy that he's on my friend list. I don't know how he even got on my friend list, but he's on my friend list, and he's actually a co-worker of my sister's, and I don't know if they're friends. Obviously, they must be friends because she borrowed his phone one time. So, I got a mean message from him telling me that I can't have two men. I got a mean message from somebody that goes to the church telling me that I can't have two men, that you can't have three people in a relationship. So I just posted something saying, I'm working on my relationship problems. I'm supporting someone with special needs, and it is not what people think. And thank you for letting me know what people are saying about me. And then I posted something with the flowers that I had been given. That's what I posted. I can't read you what I posted because I'm making this video on my phone, and I've got my Facebook post and my post in my phone. But in a nutshell, that's what I posted. I just posted what was going on in my life. I didn't say anything about anybody. I was just talking about myself. But what had happened was my boyfriend was really mad. I mean, that was the reason for the breakup, really, because my boyfriend was really mad. And so he phoned the church. And he was saying things about me and my seat friend that I don't know exactly what he said, but I think that he overreacted and he embellished. But I don't know what exactly he said, but I do know that he phoned the church and that he wants to get counseling at the church. He wants somebody to listen to him. So yeah, he phoned the church. He said things about me and my Sikh friend. I'm not sure exactly what he said. So now everybody in the whole church knows what's going on because he phoned the church and told them. I didn't, he did. I just posted saying I'm single. And I did actually post on the church Facebook page saying I'm single now. Thank you for your prayers. That's all I posted. I didn't post anything else. But since it's my Facebook page, I can post what I like on my Facebook page. And I didn't say anything mean. I didn't say anything about anybody. I was just talking about myself and about my life. And that's all. That's all I did. And so basically now I know, because of the mean messages that I received from somebody in the church, now I know that the people in the church are gossiping about me, and they have come to completely the wrong conclusion. And so it just, they're just gossiping. They're just gossiping. And they're judgmental to tell me I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything about my Sikh friend in the church, in the Facebook account. I didn't say anything about my Sikh friend in the Facebook account. I just said about myself that I'm single. I'm trying to come to terms with this. I'm going to counseling to try to come to terms with this. The only thing I said about my boyfriend was that he'd taken his things. I didn't say anything else. I wasn't talking about other people. I was talking about myself and what's going on with my life to my friends on Facebook. And I got told this morning at the church I shouldn't be putting my personal business on my Facebook account. Well, maybe I wanted my friends to know, and that's the only way they're going to know is if they look at Facebook and see. I've got an ex-boyfriend on my Facebook account. So, yeah, I'm sure he'd be happy to know. He'd be happy to know I'm single again, or, and so I was really upset. So basically, I sat through the church service, and then we had the communion, and then I went, when they were having the communion, I went and used the ladies' room. And then what happened? Yeah, and then when the communion was over and they made the announcements, I stayed for the announcements, and there weren't any announcements, but I stayed for the announcements. And then when the church service was over, I just told my boyfriend that I wasn't staying for coffee, that I was going to go home, that I would rather make a movie. I told my boyfriend that what was said to me, that I was told I shouldn't be putting my personal business on my Facebook account because I might get some mean emails. So that just tells me that the people in the church are saying things about me. If she was worried that I might get some mean messages, that's just telling me they're talking about me. And then I told my Sikh friend, I said, I'm not staying for coffee. I'm just going to go home. I told him, I said, look, when I come home, I'm going to leave the door open, but I'm going to be making a video. And so whenever you come, the door will be open, but just be quiet. Just be quiet while I'm making the video. And then I just decided that, I don't think they're talking about me. I know they're talking about me because I was told that I shouldn't, by two individuals, that I shouldn't put my personal business on my Facebook account. That's what your Facebook account is for, to put your personal business on. And one person said, you're making yourself vulnerable by talking about your personal business. Another person who had been an MP said, you shouldn't be talking about this split up on Facebook. This lady was an MP, and her husband left her for another woman, and maybe it was in Korea. It was one of those Asian countries, and her husband left her for another woman, and she put it all on Facebook, every bit of it on Facebook, and she's telling me, don't put your personal business on Facebook. And I just said, well, you did it, and I just think it's my Facebook account. I'm going to put what I like on my Facebook account. Especially, I wasn't talking about anybody. I was talking about myself. So I just decided, since the people at the church are talking about me, one person did come up to me and say, oh, I'm so glad you're doing okay now. One person. But the rest of them are talking about me. And one person is worried I'm going to get mean messages because of all the gossip, And so, and then another person is saying that, and these are people in the church, and another person is saying that you can't have three people in a relationship. And so I just decided, no, I'll go to the church service, and then if they have events, I'll go to the events. But at the end of the church service, I'm not going to stay for tea and coffee. I would rather go home and make videos, and I would rather go home and work on my data science, and that's what I would rather do. I'm not going to sit there and have them be nasty to me. I mean, one person is obviously worried they're going to be nasty to me, so I'd rather be at home making videos and working on data science. And my boyfriend just said, oh, well, it'll blow over. Well, I'm not the one that phoned the church and told the people in the church things. I may have put it on Facebook. I may have put it on the church website, the church Facebook page, that I was single, but I didn't go into detail. So, yeah, that was my morning. I was quite shocked. This woman didn't even ask me how I was doing. So, I'll go to the church service because we've committed ourselves to going to this church service. But I'm not going to stay for tea and coffee. On the days that I have to serve tea and coffee, then I'll serve tea and coffee. But on the days that I don't have to serve tea and coffee, I'm just leaving. Right after the service, I'm leaving. I'm not even going to get involved because I got other things to do. I don't have time to be a subject of their gossip, which is what I am. And then so basically, in addition to that, there's this couple that they normally sit by us at church. They didn't sit by us at church today. They sit somewhere else. And I told my boyfriend, and he actually asked him why they weren't sitting by us. And he said, oh, well, she had to do crash or something like that. But I'm not bothered. That's just telling you how judgmental the people at the church are. They're not acting like Christians. Only one person did. This one lady came to me and she said, oh, well, I wasn't on Facebook, but now I'm on Facebook, and I'm so glad you're doing better. But she's the only one. And then two people were saying you shouldn't put your personal business on Facebook. And then one person was chastising me, telling me that I can't have two men. So that's it for this video. Just updating you on Facebook posts and gossips, and letting you know what's going on with my really pathetic life. Thank you.